Hey everybody, Aaron here from Comic Booked, and today I am going to talk about new comics because today is Wednesday, New Comic Day, February the 15th, day after Valentine's Day. So if you got your heart broken yesterday, you can go pick up your new comics today and just feel all the love from all the comic companies that take your money on a regular basis. Anyway, yes, so first up this week, They're All Terrible #2 comes out from Matt Kint or Kint. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, this is pretty good. The first issue was good. I haven't read the second one yet. The first issue was like they're getting getting the gang back together. They're getting a gang of adventurers together, but they're like all of the good adventurers are dead. So it's like the second in line kind of thing. None of the adventurers want to take part in this at all. And so they're gathering these adventurers or people from all over the place to make a party to go do something. I don't remember. Once I get back into it, I'll remember. But the first one was good. The artwork's cool. It looks pretty interesting. So yeah. Next up, we got a big Doctor Doom and the Moon. Doctor Moon. Avengers Forever #14 continues with part 7 of Avengers Assemble. So if you read the Avengers Assemble Alpha, I think it was. That's kind of the kickoff for the storyline. This has to do, a lot with what happened in Timeless this season or this season, whatever. There's two Timeless last year that kind of led in all the events of all the AXE stuff, which I'm starting to read. I finished the first 12 issues the 12 issues of Eternals maxi series, whatever you want to call it. I finished Eternals the Heretic, Eternals the Thanos Rises. Um, and I read the first issue of Eve of Judgment. So as we're getting into the Judgment Day, Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals Judgment Day, it's pretty interesting. So it looks like with Druig, who is the Eternal Prime now. He's kind of been the sneaky snake all the way through, backstabbing everybody, teaming up with Thanos, and now becoming the Eternal Prime. He has decided that the only way that he can remove the excess deviation, which is mission number 3, or mission principle number 3 for the Eternals, is to, remove the deviation. And one of the biggest deviations in the world is mutants. So why not get rid of Krakoa and everybody else and wipe out the X-Men and all those people? So that's kind of what the story was about. If you missed it last year, so far it's pretty interesting. I'll try to give you an update as I go through. Um, Brian Haberlin, really like him. Follow him on Instagram. He's an awesome artist. But he's got a new book out from Image this week. From Image, right? Yeah. Image and Shadowline, The Last Barbarians. And it just looks amazing. The covers are great. The artwork interiors are really cool. Simplistic in some places, but still very detailed and very beautiful. So it's some kind of a fantasy storyline. It says this brings being classless to a whole new level. That was kind of the tagline. So I'm really excited to get through that. And actually, I got both covers of that one. So let me find the other cover here. Oh, of course, last place you look, that's the other cover. So I think this is actually, yeah, well, I'm sorry, there were 3 covers. I got 2 of them. So I love the sleeve. That was so cool. So really neat story. So looks like an interesting story. So we'll see. X-Men #19 came out this week, and I'm so far behind, but that looks like the Brood. So the Brood are awesome. We'll see. X-Men versus the Brood. Can't go wrong whenever you need to refresh a storyline. So Dark Beast there with a Wolverine skull in his hand. Interesting. Marauders #11. I'm sorry, that was Wolverine #30. So Marauders #11. I have no idea what's going on in this book. That looks like some kind of weird Mr. Sinister creature, but I don't know who it is, so I won't even speculate yet until I read it. Hulk #12. I'm a little behind on this, but I know I've gotten the last few issues and it's been pretty interesting. Nightclub number 3. I'm an issue behind. The first book was so good, but I just haven't had time to read these other two. So I'll read 2 and 3 and get back to you. But this was a cool one about vampires, and it just looks like a lot of fun. So much fun. Danger Street number, was this 2 or 3? Danger Street book 3. So I read the first one, pretty good. 2 and 3 now I haven't read 2 and 3, so I have to catch up on those. Same with Fantastic Four. Issue 4 came out this week. Very cool. And I don't know what's going on with it, but the covers are amazing. Same thing here. Frank Miller's. He's doing the whole Frank Miller Presents publishing company, and so Frank Miller's Pandora issue 2 came out this week, and that is it says Kubert on the front. Kubert on the front. So let's see. Is that Emma Kubert doing the art and colors? And so yeah, pretty cool. Um, I don't know if it's relation or not. Mosley issue 2 came out. Haven't read the first one, but the covers looked really cool. Looks like some kind of like a uh, John Henry kind of character, big hammer, powers. I don't know. We'll see. Hexware. These books are coming out so much faster than I can read. What is the deal? Hexware number 3, and part of it is because I've been playing Xbox, so I played Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's such a good game. Those Assassin's Creed games are so good. And Assassin's Creed Origin, I finished the whole first mission or first game, the full game, and then I got the 2 expansions. Of course, then those take time, but I've been playing through the expansion. I finished the first one, the whatever that was. And now I'm doing the Shadows of the Pharaoh or some Curse of the Pharaoh. So that's when I started playing. I'm like, holy crap! There's like 5 or 6 more levels I got to gain, and all this other stuff. And I'm taking a break now because I'm just sitting there sniping people with fire arrows, and it's not that much fun. So I can take out a whole castle in like 5 minutes and then do whatever and then move on. But anyway. Back to the show. Hexware. This is pretty cool. An AI that has the ability to cast spells and stuff. I haven't caught up issue 2 and 3, but issue 3 came out this week. Looks really good. And Grimm, I think this is the final issue. They extended it from 7, but I'm not positive. Again, I'm not going to say anything about this yet because I'm a couple issues behind. But Grimm was so good. It's about a girl who was a Grim Reaper or a Reaper along with all of them that work for the Grim Reaper. And then they're trying to find out, he's like disappeared. We don't know where he is. And then all of a sudden she finds out that he's trapped somewhere. And then it's like, I'm not going to reveal anything more because it's kind of cool, but it's a neat story. This week also, Image Anthology came out. This is the 30th anniversary anthology, and it's issue 10. I just thought there looked like some really interesting stories. The Blizzard by Jeff Johns and Andrea Mutti. In Hell We Fight by John Layman and Jock. I like Jock's art. So there's Bitter Roots is in here. Stupid Fresh Mess, Scotty Young. Red Stitches by Brendan Fletcher and Erica Henderson. Some really cool stuff. Hack and Slash story. And yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I'm going to check it out, at least one issue. I picked this up just because this was the only one at my shop. They had a stack of the regular books this high, but only one of the variants, so I picked it up. This is Icon versus Hardware, bringing 2 of the powerhouses from the Milestone universe from DC Comics back into the fray as they are battling, I guess. The verses, right? Versing. 8 Billion Genies, number 7. I can't wait to read this one. Charles Soule's doing such a good job with this book. I really like it. The artwork is great. The storyline is so cool. And the way we left off before was at the end of. At first, it was, 8 minutes, 8 hours, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. Now, 8, and now it's been, I guess, I'm sorry, 9, maybe it was, I don't know, 9 years now since the. Um, 9 years after G Day, which is basically the day everybody got a genie. So this book has been optioned for TV or movie. So we're looking forward to them doing something with that. But it's such a cool book. If you can go out and pick up 49th printing of the first issue, whatever just came out. There was a big, multiple prints of the same of the number ones and number twos and number threes, I think. But if you can go out and pick those up, you can still get most of them. I think you can get the first five in trade as well because this is an image book, and you can get it for like $10. So yeah, go out and check that out for sure. Uh, DC continues the Lazarus Planet stuff with Dark Fate #1, and it says Doom draws near. I got to catch up on these and find out what's going on with DC because I really have no idea. The new Action Comics 1051 came out last week or a couple weeks ago, and that was the dawn of DC, so it's a new thing. And I think this might have come out last week and I missed it, but Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants #1, and it's one of the Sins of Sinister crossovers, so I'm trying to pick up all those books too. That's it. That's what I got. I got a bunch of stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff still on the shelf. I know there was some Red Sonja and some other books that I saw, and then things that are 2 or 3 or 4 issues in that I missed the first couple issues, and I just can't read anything more right now. I have a long box and a half of stuff to catch up on, and to try to summarize for you guys sometime. So, because I do want to do Age of X-Men or the Age of X-Men. That's a whole other thing. Judgment Day, the AXE storyline from Marvel last year. I do want to try to do a summary for you, and other stuff as it comes out. So let me know what you think. What did you pick up at the shop today, or what are you looking forward to getting this week? Are you getting the Bad Idea books? Is it a bad idea? I don't know. So far, I've got one of these, and I've got finally found it. No, I can't find it. I got one of these. So this one I'm actually going to use, I think, and send in to get my special copy of Burning Man #2 that they put out. So this, I don't know. I guess you just wear it to conventions and people go, ooh. Because, if you think about it, there are only 200 and I think it's like 200 stores in the world that are selling Bad Idea comics. I think it's 200 distributors, and so it's pretty limited. So if each store only got one of these for the ends and one of these for whatever other books, and then the stickers they only got one for each book, and there's only been X number of books out there. That's only X times 200. That's not very many in the world. So I've seen a lot of these on eBay, people selling them for different things. It's a marketing ploy, obviously, but it's been pretty powerful in the community. Now I know people have talked bad about Bad Idea from the store perspective because they have been a little frustrated with the customer service or lack thereof, some other issues with that kind of thing. And I think it's an interesting concept that they've come up with, and it's kind of like this guerrilla marketing, for books. They've committed to high quality books, on time books. They've committed to a limited print runs, which is really interesting, I think. And for a collector down the road, that's great. But for a store up front, it's a pain in the butt, and I understand that. You don't want to get stuck with a bunch of books that nobody's going to buy. But if you can motivate people to be interested in them before they come out, then that was the key. And I think this last time they did a little better with that, with the pre-sale stuff. But I still think there's lessons to be learned, and we'll see how much longer this Bad Idea continues to be a bad idea. So that's it for me for today, guys. I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all that fancy stuff. Only a couple more months in this location, and then we're moving to a new place. So we'll have hopefully a whole new background and backdrop and everything. And this will get a little skimpier as we're packing and sorting and throwing stuff away and putting stuff on eBay. I'll do a couple little videos about some eBay stuff that I'm going to be doing. Look for some magic stuff to show up on eBay. I have some cool mythics and some other stuff that may end up on eBay in shortly for Magic. So if you guys are into that, I do have some boxes still. In fact, I just picked up 2 boxes of Kaldheim collector boosters. I opened one. Video's coming out tonight. I still have 2 boxes of Brothers War collector boosters, 2 boxes of Dominaria United collector boosters, and 2 boxes of Dominaria Remastered collector boosters. And Brothers War has the fancy, fancy dandy. Um, see if do I have that one out? No, I don't know where that's at right now. But I have the fancy serialized card that I got. I pulled from a box, which was awesome. But yeah, two more boxes put away, serialized cards. Those things are crazy. $400. I got the chromatic star. $400. I saw somebody had one graded, and it was only graded at an 8, and it was selling for like 1,200 bucks. It's just amazing. The worm coil engine, which is like the big mythic, that thing's 1,500 raw, which is just spectacular. I mean, that's like way more than back in the day you could have bought a Black Lotus for. Now, of course, that's a whole different story, but these are limited to 500 each. They are serial numbered, so you have like, 413 out of 500. Oh, it's printed on the card. It's got a really cool rainbow foil finish. Awesome. So anyway, check out, my previous videos about that. I do have some sports stuff that I haven't opened yet. All kinds of little boxes sitting around here. So I may do a sports video maybe tomorrow. You never know. Stay tuned. I'll try to do a short ahead of time, letting you know what's coming up, and maybe we'll just do kind of a virtual tour of my pops and all that stuff. You can see my collection there. It's spread all over the place, and I seriously have two gigantic tubs of pops that are just I don't have room for. I barely have room for this stuff. But I did get these cool the cubbies. They're MK cubbies from Etsy. So I just mentioned that. If you happen to be looking back there going, how do you get those to stay so cool? And I used to back when I first started collecting, I had this entire window full of pops all the way to the top. And when I started taking them out, the bottom ones had kind of warped where they were getting so much pressure put on them. I felt so bad because a couple of them were really nice pops, but so I got the cubbies because I was hoping the cubbies would keep things a little more. They keep the pressure off of the pops, which is cool. So yeah, I love them. Awesome, and they're reasonably priced. You can get them. They're on Etsy. If you go to, I'm blurry. If you go to Etsy and you search MK Cubbies, I think it's MK space Kubbies, and he sells these in all different sizes. You can get strips, you can get the boxes. I get the 9 or the 12 count box, the square, not rectangle, whatever, and that fits me pretty well. So, all right, guys, enough of me blabbering on. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. That helps build the channel. We're getting there. Soon, maybe we'll be monetized and we can actually do some more giveaways. I appreciate all you're doing, and I hope you appreciate what I'm doing. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.